Hey folks, Patdees. I was going to make a video. Actually, I was going to make the video this week talking about unboxing some of a lot of the other whatnotters, sellers that I've supported, and I've been hanging on to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's probably about 20 different packages here, and I wanted to show you guys some of the things that you can buy on Whatnot and some of the deals and opportunities to flip it from Whatnot to eBay, and some stuff keep for yourself, and talk about a package that got sent back and shipping. But things have changed because I am banned. As far as I know, I have not got an official email on Whatnot. So let me flip the camera and let's get into the discussion talking about this issue, because it's day 3. Okay, so I'm going to use those boxes that were stacked there to hold the camera. I'm using my iPhone here to not even setting up the GoPro, and want to talk about, kind of give an update and kind of respond to some people's comments on the original video that I did. Was it Monday night? Yeah, it's Wednesday today. Okay, so I'll put this video out today. It's a beautiful day out today here in Pennsylvania. Nice blue sky. It's actually very it's not it's supposed to be in the 80s today, but it's very comfortable. I hear an airplane up in the sky in the distance. So yeah, I have not heard nothing from Whatnot yet. Now, the ironic thing is, here's what happened. I had one email that I had established for a year and a half, my long time email that I used for my phone, and God, you get so much junk, spam, and stuff like that. And when I decided to step it up about 6 weeks ago and get a brand new iPhone just to really stream, I said, you know what? Let's just have all the Whatnot emails go there. So I set up a Whatnot email, and I even called it that. whatnotclub@gmail.com, and I have all the email, from Whatnot coming there, because, and one thing I have learned is, first of all, I didn't even know what they would even email me when I was down in Tennessee, when that whole fiasco of the money, when someone said they didn't get their package, but they did. I don't know what the hell happened there. That's another story on Whatnot. And guys, I don't make these videos to bash Whatnot. I make these videos to share my experience. If anything, don't take, I know, there's comments, oh, Whatnot sucks. They're not. Look, I was selling on there, and in the beginning, back in 2022 at the end, I was flustered and frustrated that, it took some time to sell, but really in the last 6 to 8 months, I put a lot of effort into selling on Whatnot, and it was working. It was working for me. Now, was I making a lot of money? No. I'd selling a lot of $2, $3, $5 items. Nobody. I don't give it. Oh, these $1 starts. That gimmick is making money selling $1 items. If they say they want to do $1 and that's all they care about getting $1, is then put it in, buy it now, and sell it all for $1. They're not going to do that. $1 is to entice somebody to think that they're going to get something for $1, and just to create the auction and the back and forth to sell things. Many times I've seen people, oh my God, that one for $1, we're getting robbed, they're stealing, and multiple. And I'm not going to call out any names on here. At the end of the day, anybody's free to sell whatever they want, give away whatever they want, do what they want on their own. If they don't want to do it no more, or if they do want to do stuff for $1 and do it, buy it, and good for them. That's on them. With that being said, that the traffic driving by, somebody with a damn scooter. That's the only thing about filming outside. I make these videos to basically share my experience, and if you're going to try out Whatnot, watch my videos, because maybe this is the do's and the don'ts of it. And someone said, "Oh, he's killing it over there," and there it is, like that though, like that. You know, it's ironic, and I'm not usually a conspiracy theory. I got in my car and I actually took a picture of. I looked down. I'm like, oh, I need gas. I look at the miles. It said 90,911 on Monday. And I'm like, oh my God, is that it? You know, and sure enough, later, that's the day I ran into all this fiasco. So I'm gonna keep my glasses off just because it's a little bit interfering with the reflection and stuff like that. So 90,911. So it's coming to be my own 911 here as far as emergency. Um, you know, that we're having this, but that quick, you know, going back to me being banned, that quick, man, if this doesn't serve as a wake-up call for anybody doing whatnot, I'm losing thousands of dollars here. And there's stuff that, you know, at the end of the day, you know, if I'm banned, that's it. I don't care what opportunity gets thrown at me to sell stuff on a live whatnot. I can't do it. The thing that's mind-boggling is I have not had a phone call, and that's one thing I don't like. And I'm going to talk a little bit about, I guess, making the videos a little bit about the cons of selling on whatnot. But I'm going to talk about, like, some people say, they suck. Why don't you go somewhere else? They don't suck. You know, and that's, again, and if they're watching, I'm not here to make a video to bash on them. I guess, again, to share my experience. Some people said, well, I know you used to sell on YouTube auctions. I only did that, honestly, about 6 to 8 times a year on other people's channels. I think I only maybe did 1 or 2 on my own. The appeal of selling on Whatnot, if you did YouTube auctions before, is people have to pay right away. So you're not having to chase them down. You're not having people bid up just to be trolls and then create chaos in the chat. And so in a sense, that creates that invoice. It creates, you don't have to, you know, yeah, you do have to write things down, because you have to write down exactly what you got and figure it out, you know, hey, but, you know, that is a big appeal, is getting paid. Because believe me, on YouTube, sometimes that could be an issue. I didn't do it a whole lot, but I know I've listened to other YouTubers doing live auctions, and then there also is sometimes, I think, and just, again, and I'm not reading nothing, this is off the cuff of my head, I don't know what the legality is of doing YouTube auctions as far as Whatnot has kind of done the, you know, I know someone's made a video that you can't, I don't know. I don't know what the legality is of, I know you can auction your own stuff. Someone said, oh, you can only do about 10,000 of your own personal stuff, and after that you have to have a license. That's a whole nother video I know nothing about. I trust that Whatnot did their job and their due diligence that you can, whatever. I don't know. You know, I don't want to be one of those guys, even though I'm not happy right now with Whatnot and how they're handling this, that just, this is not to bash them, because I'd still like to do business with them. Am I willing to accept some sort of suspension and slap? You know, I mean, a suspension is big in itself, because you lose money. And, you know what I mean? So, and the biggest pro of, you know, some people who buyers will bitch about the shipping, but let me tell you, they don't understand. I can, for example, this box here, I'm just grabbing this box as an example. This box would go ground, and let's say it's 10 pounds to Texas. This would cost the buyer about 12 bucks. Now, a lot of the stuff that I sell is small. You could fit a lot of items in there for $12. If I have to go through PayPal to ship this, this is going to be like $30. Now, I know some people say, oh, pirate ship or something. A box, you know, a box, you know, a normal postal box, 12 by 12 by 8, you could ship that for $8.35 anywhere, pretty much in the 48 states. So that shipping aspect, and that took a little while to get that down, but I did, and you know, that was a pro. So And, people's, oh, why don't you, Whatnot is sinking a lot of money into building this up, and people that don't want to buy on eBay, people that don't want to buy on Amazon, this is it to me. Whatnot has created a new category, a new updated 2024, marketing thing. Even though that many people will complain you're not getting the prices you're not going to get on eBay, but that's fully understood. When you sell, if you do it a couple times, and yeah, there's times there was stuff I was selling 2 months ago getting $5 that I'm getting $3 right now. But you get to a point when you have something like, say, 400, and then you're gonna kind of put that into the mix over the next 2 months and sell those items. It's instant right away. You can go on at 10 o'clock at night and do 2 hours and do $200 and move some stuff and get that cash flow. So yeah, I mean, it does have its issues, and would I recommend going on there and selling $1,000 comic books? No, no. I mean, there's still good collectibles. There's eBay is still, if it's a good baseball card, good comic book, you're still going to do, unless you have a huge following through YouTube or something like that, you're going to, yeah, I wouldn't recommend. That's my personal opinion, of course, of what I've seen and stuff like that. So, now, at the end of the day, I'm speculating why I think I got banned. I'm not hiding behind it. I made the video first before. It wasn't after the fact that I just basically said, hey, Whatnot suspended me, and I don't know why. That's not the case. That's not the case at all. I'm fully owning. Of course, all this is after the fact. Now, some people could say, and there's been a lot of comments, and for the most part, 90% of them are like, oh, sorry, Pat, you're going through this. Nah, there's a couple people that have to decide to, oh, well, too bad, you poked the bear, and that's sort of what you get. And yeah, it's cold, and I'm a big boy, I guess, that I could take it. And it is, look, I know I'm my own worst critic, and some things don't make sense to me, and again, Whatnot's free to do whatever, and it's not one of those. Some people, oh, you're not getting the point. I get the point. It's Whatnot's platform. You got to play by their rules. So here I am saying that you got to play by their rules. Do I know all the rules? Absolutely not. I know people on there that been selling and sell $20,000, $40,000 a month, and they're still breaking the rules. And again, I'm not going to name names. It doesn't matter. But don't be one of those people that, well, you didn't follow the rules. Because if you want to pick people apart, there's, if you're, oh, I'm 100%. I mean, technically, you're not even supposed to mention your eBay, and people do it all the time. Because they do eBay comparisons and stuff like that. So, don't give me that horse shit that everybody is 100% by the rules. We're humans. We make mistakes and stuff like that. And common sense is common sense. Now, with that being said, and maybe I've been so hardwired to selling on eBay for 26, 27 years, and Amazon for 4 or 5 years that oh, we could sell it there. Because anything that I've sold that I basically have gotten in trouble for, I could sell all day on Amazon and eBay. Now, oh, well, why don't you sell it over there? I got the stuff. I sold it on Whatnot. Didn't think it was a big deal because I could sell over there. Whatnot, if you're watching this, and this is how I think the problem could be fixed, is they'll have when you first sign up, you go into a big Zoom meeting and hey, how you doing? And they explain, yeah, you got a personality, you got to do this, got to promote the site, and well, you get $10, and do you have inventory? Yeah, well, show us a picture of your inventory. Okay, no problem, that's easy. And you know how to, and the biggest thing they kind of would talk is you got to understand shipping. They don't want people to buy stuff and it's like 6 days later, oh, I can't figure out a box. I can't figure out, how to tape. I can't figure out the print and postage. It's mostly like sort of welcome to Whatnot. Do you understand online business? Do you have inventory? That's pretty much the short of it. What they should do is before you're even signed up, you should get, how like when you buy a house, Or you buy a car and you go online and you have to digitally signed, you have to check boxes or initial. That's what they should do. So in other words, that you should basically go through. Do you agree? Up. Now a lot of these things, like how many times do you sign? You go to get a credit card for $300, and the damn you accept this credit card, and it's 4 pages long. Well, you the right in Delaware not to sue and not to pay and not to this and arbitration. It's like. I'm getting $300. I'm going to pay you back. It's 30%. There's no simple one page. They got, because the lawyers get involved and because of how people are, it's just ridiculous, So, let's not go that route. But what I will say is it would be great basically if they touched on the things that you should not sell. And it basically, you would digitally click on a box, if you can't sell, lawnmower. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can't sell that a lot of people don't even know. And you would click digitally, like, okay, can't sell cough syrup. I'm going to give the examples. Can't sell cough syrup. You can't sell first aid cream. You can't sell pepper spray. And you checked on those boxes. And then at the end, if the first time that you sell one of these things, you're going to be suspended for 7 days. Second time, and then, third time, boom, you're done. I get it. That would help take a lot of guesswork, a lot of, because there really is when you go to whatnot.com, there's a lot of links and you got to dig, and just like with eBay, the best eBayers are the ones that have been doing it and trial it. But I could tell you, I never got suspended. I never got banned off of eBay. The only thing I've ever gotten is, you didn't ship something in time, give their money back, or you ship something and they complain and give their money, and we're talking like thousands and thousands and thousands of transactions. And Amazon never had no issue. And Amazon is honestly the toughest. You could say the customer could send anything back and they don't care if you lose money or not, but never had no. And a lot of people don't realize when you on Amazon, you're not listing nothing that you can't sell, because especially if you're not. First of all, I've never created an Amazon listing, to be clear. I go by what they have, so I only sell what they have. eBay, I've created listings, but there's never. I think one time they said I couldn't sell a watch box. I remember about 15 years ago, and I'm like, what? I've seen some sell, and so then I put it on there and did buy it now, and it sold, and I shipped it out. That was it. I didn't understand what. And then when after the fact, you look into it and like, oh, okay. And then and it's sometimes one of those a watch box. We're talking like a wristwatch box. I'm like, like, and then that's why they don't, because there's a criminal world out there that comes up with, they have the real box. And then they put a fake watch. I don't even know where do you go and get fake watches? I remember when I was a kid and watching the TV, on the show, the guy would open up, hey, you want to buy the jacket? And it'd be like 10 wristwatches over here. And maybe I was on Sanford and Son or those types of shows, but I don't know. I could never, the time that people think to do all these criminal things, like I've heard stories of people, they'd buy something and then ship back a rock in a box and keep the item, you don't even, you're like, when you hear this stuff, you're like, wow, people actually do this. But I'm getting off a track, so I apologize. So I think that's an issue that Whatnot could better do. And here's the ironic thing. Yesterday, you know how you can search and everything's in the marketplace? There's sort of like it's not Facebook Marketplace, in the marketplace of Whatnot. I typed in pepper spray. They have listings in there for pepper spray. Now, the lady has about 12 or 15, but she barely sells anything. And the one they have in there, but so they're not using AI to flag that, because when you go live, they can't catch it fast enough or something like that. Apparently, So, and I'm thinking it's the pepper spray. I don't know. For a $3 item, I'm dealing with all this, and now potentially have lost. And I'm not a big seller. I had hoped to do a certain amount this year, but I was probably on track to do $40,000 to $60,000 this year, and I used it to do good. I mean, it sucks because we gave a lot out. We supported a lot. I showed you the packages here. I'm still gonna make that video because again, my hope is, and I'm not gonna bullshit you. I'm not looking to move on. I may have, obviously, I might have to face reality. I might not have no choice. But yeah, eBay and Amazon's been bad. Yeah, it's so tough to find product, or you got like you gotta buy $5,000 at a time, and who knows? And someone could undercut. You could be making 75 cents. I'm going to give you an example. You make 75 cents on a tube of toothpaste, and someone could undercut you to 75 cents, and there you go. You're not making diddly. Definitely going to have to do the flea market. I've already done one, and I did pretty good on that one. Problem is, we've been getting rain every weekend but two this year, and here we are in almost in June. We're approaching Memorial Day weekend, so it just, I don't know. It sucks. As when I got told about the cough syrup, I'm like, oh, and some people said, oh, and another seller had messaged me and said, oh, you can't. And I'm like, oh, really? And really? And I got reported. And the funny thing is, I think it's one of those people that got mad because they got reported, so they turned around and reported me. Because he ain't going to get away with it, and wasn't trying to get away with nothing. To me, I'm like, are you kidding me? And when you look over the list, it's actually, it kind of like, and I don't know, and okay, didn't sell it no more. Didn't sell the Excedrin, took that on, didn't sell. There was about 4 or 5 things I could have sold. Allergy medicine, and it didn't sell it, And then the first aid cream, I'm like, first. And the thing is, when you get those from those infractions, what they do is they allow you to sell, but I couldn't promote my show for a week, basically. And I had talked to someone because I became even an ambassador. If I sign somebody up, they get an automatic 15, and I get $25. And it basically, it said, if you look in the trust in your sales analytics, it said it's a minor infraction. And I noticed the cough syrup thing fell off after 30 days, and it said minor infraction, and it's not like a high level. And okay, so can't sell the first aid cream. All right, I mean, first aid cream. I'm like, oh, this is, and again, this is all speculation because I'm thinking this is what, because of the timing of this. Saturday and Monday is they got into work Monday, or somebody did, or the time to wait, and the pepper spray. And I picked it all off the table, and within 20 seconds, $3 ruined my whatnot. 3,937 followers gone like that. I mean, that sucks. And there's people probably wondering that bought from me. Well, where the hell did he go? You can't even leave a review now on me. I can't even look at my account to figure numbers, sales and land for the taxes. I just gotta have to figure through PayPal where the money gets transferred over. But I mean, and you can't even. When they ban you, you can't even buy nothing. And when I say I never, first of all, I never got an email, and I talked to someone else that sells $250,000 online here on whatnot, and they said you should have received an email, and there's an appeal process, and nothing, big goose, nothing. So, yeah, I don't know. And it sucks. And yeah, I don't know. It just, kind of reminds me, and I read a couple comments on before I jumped in the shower and get along. And there's people that love to be like, oh, well, you're an idiot, you should have known better, and yeah. So they're like rubbing the salt on the wound. Oh, we like you, but you're an idiot. Guys, let's. This is interfering with my life, and let's get real. Let's get real here. The feds aren't knocking on my door saying, "Hey, are you Patdees?" Yeah, we understand you sold these items on what we're gonna, again, Whatnot can make the rules. Fine, fine. But don't throw the rules at me if you're gonna, because there's a lot of rules. You're not supposed to sell Playboy, apparently, and there's people that have been. You're not supposed to sell open perfumes or colognes. A lot of that's been going on. A lot of it. Giveaway games. There's certain rules on there that you're supposed to follow. You're not supposed to do any other, and they do it. You're not supposed to, so don't, come at me you know, um, and it didn't. It's none. It's none of my business. I don't give it. Honestly, if you're not hurting kids or selling drugs, I don't give it. I don't think people should be swearing on Whatnot, but they do. I see shoe people show. Hey man, come in here with the. These shoes should be $300 and we're only at 150 with the. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. At the end of the day, I know that I'm a good person and I'm trying to take care of my family. And Whatnot was an opportunity to help with that, and that's it. Clearly, at the end of the day, I do. If you break the rules, yeah, there should be some sort of punishment. Yeah, should I be banned? No, I don't think so. It wasn't like I repeatedly just thumb my nose up at the, so, oh well, I didn't know. The cough syrup, yeah, okay. The first, you could say, it's very simple just to grab. I have sold, it says 3,700 items, which is a lie because I've sold probably 100 or so mystery boxes that had 15 to 20 things on average in them. So I've sold over 5,000 items. 5,000 items. I had people in the room when I sold that pepper spray. Do you have any more? And someone said, "Oh, you can't." I'm like, "Oh, okay, no." And I'm like, "No, I don't," and I didn't. So if someone would have said, and hindsight, I should have maybe just canceled that damn order and been done with it. And that's it, And I just moved on, throw it in the box, and kept selling the other, good stuff, I guess. Life is always hindsight about certain things, but it kind of reminds me. I remember when we were in school. There was common sense. When I was in school, no chewing gum, no smoking. Even though the kids would go down to the corner and smoke. No weapons, no guns, no knives. Every so often, though, an article would come up. Kid gets arrested at school for bringing a knife in, and you're like, "Whoa, why did he take a knife?" And you would look, and it would be something on their keychain. A nail clipper that had a little bitty blade on it. If the shop, like the kid, might have took out the house keys or something. If it was the shop teacher, he was like, no big deal, just keep it in your pocket. But if it was Mrs. Jones, the English teacher, and she's, "Oh my God, Johnny brought a knife into school," and we're talking, it was a nail clipper, and they'd make a big deal out of it, and you'd have to go through the process, and then the superintendent or the principal would come in and be like, "Well, yeah, technically it is a knife, but you know what? You're suspended for a week," or or a lawyer. Again, someone would get involved, and maybe some common sense would, and it would be. But it's sort of, this is what it reminds me of, and that's my analogy. I know some people say, "Oh, you're stupid. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking." Look, I get the point. Wasn't trying to poke no damn bear. Wasn't, "Hey, you want 10 ounces of weed? Oh no, I can't sell 10 ounces. I'll sell 2 ounces. I'll sell 3 ounces, or I'll sell a bar of soap and throw the weed in for free." It was nothing like that. I have a little compassion. You know what I mean. I don't need the "I told you so's" and stuff like. I mean, people are free to say whatever they want on YouTube and stuff like that, but I screwed up, apparently, and I'm not thumbing my nose up at Whatnot and saying, "Oh, screw you," and at the end of the day, if you get anyone that watches, I'm telling you my story. If anyone, I built up 3,900, and that wasn't easy. I spent money promoting, whatnot on my show because I would do the show promotion. I gave out at least $1,000 worth of free gift. I always gave giveaways. Giveaways was the big thing, how to grow your audience. Spent money on Instagram. I put a lot of time and effort into this just to basically, and I did build some friendships. There were some good, there was a lady from California that, her daughter is going through a health issue that I'm going through. And, yeah. And, just there to, face it on Whatnot. And there's a lot of big YouTubers selling on Whatnot. People are supporting them, not because they need the stuff, number one, and not because it's a great deal. They like the person and they're in there buying, even though with the struggling economy, if you got a good following and that is important on Whatnot. Being able to go on screen and Whatnot's not easy at all. There are times I didn't like it, because he'd be like holding up 15 things and passing. He just didn't have the right buyers that night. I know a lot of people that sell on Whatnot, that do YouTube, and I don't know. I thought I was a good guy for the community. I wish there was a person you can't even call. That's the sad part about it. You can't even call someone and plead your case and get someone to be like, let's do a Zoom meeting. Let's do if it's a hard line. Nope, you sold pepper, and that's it. It's like, wow. And it's like, do you think I would have done? You think I would have sold a $3 item to permanently get banned, to thumb my nose up at? No. Please. There's a lot we can do in life. If I want to thumb my nose at authority, we can go out there every day and drive over the speed limit and run through stop signs. And if I want to be that anti-authority person, and I'm not that at all. So I guess that's all I can say. I didn't type this up, not reading from something, just from my mind. I'm sure there's stuff that will come up afterwards or comments. I just want to kind of share this update and kind of respond to some comments. And I know people are free to say whatever they want. I know, I get it. Not missing the point, not trying to poke the bear. This is serious. This is not something like, look, there's a lot of people out there like, screw you, I'll just go. That's not my case. If I didn't want to do Whatnot no more, I would have progressively worked on, getting rid of stuff and say, you know what, it's just not worth the money. I'm not making. That's the way you do things. You do things in a way that you're smart about it. I'm gonna wean down and get some of this stuff. It's sort of like having a business and you have certain things that don't work and you take those parts out and you do the things that do work. So guys, give me thumbs up. Appreciate it. Gaining some followers. There's not many people that make videos actually talking about Whatnot. If you look on their band, yeah. Some people don't give a shit. They move on and that's it. And I wish Whatnot would reach out to me and just kind of, I even said to my wife last night, did they maybe ban me because I made a video about the stolen money and then they refunded me? I don't know. Again, I don't know. That's the great mystery. So, guys, I got work to do. This is really thrown in because my house was all set up like a studio, like QVC, to sell Whatnot. And what do I do with that stuff? I got to take it out. My wife will like a lot of it because get rid of it, but there's a lot of money tied up in there. And, yeah. So I'm not missing the point. Trust me. I gotta look, and I look at myself every day in the mirror that, I'm not, I should get special. No, I'm not saying that. Going back to the kid with the little knife on the nail clipper. Let's you know, it's like, okay, Pat, like those other two minor infractions, first aid cream and cough, you know, this is a little bit more serious, but this is what we're going to do, and we're going to, and you know what, if you want to make a video and tell people what can happen, good, and, you know, and they learn from it, and at my expense, of course, and move on. But we don't know, not even getting that opportunity. So, all right, I will see you guys, and let's hit the stop button again.